Here at the site of the new Mills Memorial Hospital in Terrace, David Eby is trying to contrast the NDP government's investment in new hospitals with what he claims are healthcare cuts by BC Conservative leader John Rustad.
It is long overdue for the people of Terrace to have a high-quality, modern hospital to provide care for them and for their families.
The new hospital broke ground in 2021 and is set to open ahead of schedule this November. It will have 82 beds, a larger ER, 4 operating rooms, and a pediatric care space. The price tag has risen from just under $450 million to more than $630 million. Eby says it's one of 30 hospital projects the NDP has funded in the last 7 years. Eby was joined by Carol Leclerc, the former mayor of Terrace who ran for the BC Liberals in 2013. Both she and Eby criticized the previous BC Liberal government for failing to fund the hospital in 2010 when it was first proposed.
And it was 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, when I became mayor and took on the battle, and it was a battle, trying to get a modernized hospital, a brand new hospital for Terrace.
Eby says there was also a push for a new hospital in Fort St. James, an area in John Rustad's riding of Nechako Lakes. He credits the NDP for investing in the Stewart Lake General Hospital, set to open next month. Terrace Mayor Sean Buyutaz says whoever wins the election should invest more to help with homelessness and mental health resources in rural communities.
And there's real concern that these issues are not being addressed, and really they're ripping our towns apart.
John Rustad, meanwhile, spent the day in the Kootenays talking about his plan to revitalize the mining sector.
There are today currently 16 or 17 mines that are prepared to go ahead. They're either close to be permitted or about to be permitted. Those represent creating between 20 and 30,000 jobs and a $38 billion investment.
If elected, Rustad has promised to simplify mining permits, streamline regulations, and invest in rural infrastructure, which he says will create high-paying jobs and economic security for First Nation communities. As for healthcare, Rustad argues the NDP has neglected seniors. He says a BC Conservative government will boost tax credits for family caregivers, deliver 5,000 long-term care beds by the end of the decade, and cover the cost of, quote, essential vaccines, including shingles and high-dose flu shots. Katie DeRosa, CBC News, Terrace.